These are gonna be so good, y'all. This morning we are making Southern buttermilk biscuits. So the first thing you need to do is set your oven to 500 degrees. And I know it seems high. This recipe is inspired by Brenda Gant. That way they'll cook fast and they'll still be moist and fluffy when you pull them out. You cannot measure this recipe. You just have to go for feel and consistency. I'm using White Lily self-rising flour. So just scoop you out some flour in your sifter. I like to sift my flour. So we're gonna sift it. Once you have your flour sifted, then you are just gonna press down to make a little bit of like a whale or a bird's nest. Then you're gonna take your Crisco. I just use my hands. You gotta use your hands. You're gonna get dirty, it's all right. The size of like a little golf ball, little egg, chicken egg. Stick it down in your dough. And again, your hands are gonna be dirty. It'll be okay. And get your buttermilk and just fill up your well with your buttermilk. Then I'm just gonna slowly just break up my Crisco and my buttermilk in there. And as I do it, I'm gonna slowly use my finger and just start bringing in the flour. And you can use Crisco, butter, lard, whatever your family likes, use that. And I know I need some more buttermilk. And you don't ever want to overwork your dough because then you're gonna have tough biscuits. Once your dough starts to form, you just wanna take some flour and on a clean surface, you just wanna sprinkle it out on your surface. And I just pick it up and I'm gonna use my scoop and I'm gonna flour my hands. And then I'm just gonna fold my dough. Again, you don't wanna work it too much because you don't wanna make your biscuits tough. So you'll just put some flour on the top of your dough if it's still sticky. You just fold it a couple times like this and gently pat it down until you get everything well combined. And then once you do, and you get it formed into the shape that you want, you just gently pat it down so that we can cut our biscuits. And I like my biscuits a little bit more tinier than some people. I know a lot of people like the cat head biscuits and those are delicious too, but I just like mine to be a little smaller biscuits. All right, so the next thing is you take a little bit of your Crisco, take your cast iron and just rub it all over your cast iron pan to get it greased really well. Look like this, can you see? I'll wash my hands. I just take my biscuit cutter, I dip it down in some flour. You just push it down and pull it up. Continue to do this until you have all your biscuits. See? See how cute and little they are? And you just place them in your pan, just like that. And you want your biscuits to touch. They cook better whenever they touch. So make sure that you're placing them right next close to each other like that. There's your biscuits. They do not take long to cook. You'll put them in the oven and you really just want to leave them in long enough for them to get brown. Remember, they're going to cook really fast because we have our oven on 500, maybe 8 minutes or so. Everybody's oven's different. Once they start browning on top, you know it's time to bring them out because you don't want to overcook them either and make them hard. And so here's our pan of biscuits. And you notice I have my biscuits touching. And see, now we're going to pop them in the oven and I'll show y'all what they look like when they get done. Our biscuits are done. What I like to do next is I just take a stick of butter and I like to rub and get them all buttery on top. Y'all hear that sizzling? Those look good, don't they? See how fluffy? Y'all try them out and let me know if you like them. Bye, y'all.